Hi guys, and welcome to the Kitaholics YouTube channel. It's Chrissy here today, sharing with you what should be my second video for the month of May. So first off, excuse the croaky, crackly voice. I have a bit of sinusitis at the moment and I'm just, a bit on the rough side. But let's just get into this layout. So as you can see, I'm starting with a background that I have already made. Now, if you want to know how I made this layout, go check out my first video for the month. It is my video on discovering dioxide distress inks, and during that video we put together this background, and as I was doing that video I said that I would most definitely use it for a layout, an upcoming layout, so that's what I'm using. Excuse me. So yeah, so that's when I made this layout. So if you want to see how I did it, go back and check out that video. It should be up on the Kitaholics YouTube channel. And I used the Distress Oxide inks that we got in the mixed media kit, the Cracked Pistachio and the Faded Jeans color. So that's how I did this. I used a stencil and a blending tool through the stencil, and then I distressed my border. So yeah, go check that out. It's a really fun way to use these inks. It was a lot of fun to make. The whole video was really a lot of fun. And I'm backing my photo on another piece I made in that same video as well. So yeah, go check that out if you want to see how I made those two pieces. So with my background pieces all ready to go, I'm now putting the rest of my layout together. So I've got a photo of me and my two sons just making funny faces, taking funny selfies. It's what we do a lot actually. And yeah, this turned out to be my favourite from that day. I really like this photo. My boys are real characters and this was a lot of fun. So I decided to mat it on some foam to give it some dimension, just so it's not flat on the page. And yes, I do fight with my tape, sadly. And then I'm just going to go through the ephemera pack, the die cut pieces, and pull out some pieces that I would like to use. Now originally, my plan was to use that camera there because I thought it went with the colour scheme, the Cracked Pistachio and the Faded Jeans. But as I was going through, I saw the bigger pink camera and also the blue heart. And I didn't want to go too much of the blue greeny colour, and I thought the pink would be another nice colour to throw in, especially because, you know, Mum's in that photo as well. So I thought that worked. So I can use the bigger camera and bring some pink into the layout, and then also use that teal turquoise colour heart as well. So I'm going to put this camera half on my photo, half on my layout. So I'm using some foam to just bump up half of that camera, the half that's not going to be on the photo, so that it's all on the same level. And then I'm just going to adhere the heart straight to the background with no dimension at all, just so I've got a little height difference in my embellishments, just to give it more interest. So once I've got this all adhered down, I'm going to use those fantastic gold thickers and work on my title. Didn't really want a huge title because I knew that I wanted to do some journaling on the page with those alphabet stamps. So I'm trying to sort of keep my cluster and my photo and everything all together. So I knew that I wanted to have my title overlapping this heart somehow, but I misjudged how big the thickers actually were. So I didn't end up putting it where I first thought, but I do still keep it in this right hand cluster, just so everything on the page is sort of connected together. I don't like things to just randomly be hanging in space. So I overlap them a little bit, and then I managed to put my journaling underneath my photo on the left. Now when I drew my journaling lines, I was a little unhappy with the placement, thinking that it wasn't going to work there and that it was going to look weird. And then of course my line is a little wonky, but it actually looks much better once I put my journaling on it. But once it's all done and finished, I actually like the placement of everything. It comes together really well. It's got this nice triangle formation happening, which is really what I like. I like to keep everything clustered together and not just, like I said, hanging off in space. Now I'm going to give my journaling a mini title with these wooden alphabet stamps. I love wooden alphabet stamps. I think they're fantastic for journaling and titles and things. I have 2 sets already. This is even better because this is smaller than the 2 sets I have previously, which was really cool. So now I have 3, all different, and they're absolutely priceless. They're fantastic to have in your stash. They're great for quotes, journaling, like I was saying, titles, Project Life, they're fantastic for. So I'm just giving my journaling space its own title basically, and I think I wrote "Love You Guys," just because I really wanted to test out these stamps and see how they work, and they're really great. They're definitely something that you really need to have in your stash. Now generally it is a good idea to keep them all together in alphabetical order that they come in, but I was too lazy, pulled them out, and they're all over the place now, and I will pay for this next time I go to use them, but yeah, I was feeling a little bit lazy today. Now my journaling title is done. I'm going to add my journaling, and I'm just using one of my favorite pens. This is a very old, very cheap pen that I've had for years. I have no idea where it came from. I think it's just a rollerball pen, but I find that it writes really nicely. And I'm just adding some journaling about the photo, and you know how, you know, we take really silly selfies now and then because, well, it's lots of fun, and it's a good way to, you know, make sure that there's photos of me with the boys in our albums and in our photo collections for years to come. So now I'm just adding some of these enamel shapes. Now I wanted to bring some more of that pink in, and I remembered on the enamel shapes, I think they're like little triangles, but they work really good as arrows. And yeah, I've just brought some pink in of those to bring some more pink into the layout to go with that camera. Just adding that in a few places, and then of course I have to add my bling. I love clear bling. It is my absolute favorite. I use it on just about every layout I do, and I find that it works with everything. You know, instead of having so much colored, the clear really brings just another little element to it without throwing the color balance off. And then I've added some stars that I have in my plate of awesomeness there, because I've had these for the past 3 kits, I think. I use them all the time. I leave them in my plate so I can keep using them. There's that many that I have used them pretty much every layout I've done, and I still have plenty left. So I might have to add them to my wood veneer stash just so I can start mixing it up and using something a bit different. But they work with most of my layouts, so I'm just adding those. And that's going to be it for my layout. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. I sure enjoyed making it and working with this background that I created in my previous video. So let me know what you think. Would love to hear from you guys. So I will be back later in the month with more videos with these fantastic kits. I'll see you real soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.